It is that time. Please pull up and get you something to drink. Join us for your noon break. And we are live. Welcome back to a new episode, another episode of Salute the Real. During your noon break, I am your host, Brandon Cooper. And with me, I got my partner in crime here, Mr. Do-Right. Mr. Do-Right, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great.
Feeling good?
As I should.
Hey guys, we appreciate y'all joining us as you come in slowly but surely. We want to continue to thank those that are watching the show outside of the actual noon hour. We try to catch y'all during lunchtime, man. We think this is a good time to catch people. Actually, something that we're going to talk about today is the reason why part of what we're going to discuss today is some of the reason why I feel like we can reach a lot of y'all during the noon break. All right, so but it pertains to the kids and what they're going through at this time. So again, we appreciate y'all. We appreciate the drivers. Appreciate my drivers, my late night drivers. We appreciate y'all, man. We really do. That continue to support us. I even got a few stars from some of y'all. So. If you're enjoying things now, get used to doing that because we got a lot of plans for the future. Do-Right is a lot deeper when it comes to his love for podcasts and technology than I am. I'm gonna take time in the off season from sports right now to try to learn some of this stuff from him and soak up some of the knowledge, but he's deeper with that, and so with that, he is gonna upgrade me. Yeah, he's gonna upgrade me. He's gonna he got some plans for the actual show, for my podcast room. I mean, just me being able to do some lives in other places and all this kind of stuff. So y'all that are participating and supporting us now, I think things are only going to get better. Is that pretty much well?
Yeah, there's only one direction to go.
Hey, it's only one way. We're going up, man.
Yeah,
we're going up. All right. So with that being said, please, if you haven't pulled up something, pour up your coffee if you're at work, some nice water, hydrate yourself. I worked last night. Do-Right blessed my game and helped us out last night, but we worked last night. So I am off today. So guess what? Good whiskey.
Oh, if I wouldn't have came, you would have been working today?
Huh?
If I wouldn't have came yesterday, you would have been working today?
Possibility.
Oh,
you saw how much work we had last night?
Yeah,
we weren't gonna get that done last night. We would have been back in there today. Yeah. We had a lot of work. There was a lot of work. So, and that was it was 4 of us.
Yeah.
That was with 4. So I mean, a lot of work. So hey, but we got that done, man. And so because we got that done, I am here with y'all, and that is all the work I have. I am working on some honey to do projects.
Oh. So
yeah.
I helped you out twice.
Yeah.
Because I helped you out with that project and freed you up today so you can work for the real boss.
Oh my God. Yeah. Try
it. Call it what you want.
Hey man, it is what it is. And she is the boss, and I but she got some things that she definitely wants me to do around the house. So I got to get that stuff done so I don't have
Plus,
to.
I'm gonna be here a little bit extra today, so you got a hand if you need a hand with that extra stuff.
What you you got something more important to be.
Yeah, but I'm in the vicinity. I'm just a hoo-doo-hoo.
I got you. I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate it. So what we want to let's go on and get into this topic. What we want to talk about today, guys, is the new age of school concerns for youth. the new age of school concerns for youth. As these kids get ready now to get back to school, I know a lot of the parents are excited about that. I know they have been eating up your groceries.
Dirtying up the house.
Oh man, dirtying up the house.
Letting all the AC out.
Letting the AC out and enjoying the AC more than you. Basically, they have been living better
Off your money.
off your money than you have. And so this is a time now for them to get out of your house, get off the electricity, continue use of the water after their baths and brushing teeth, and all that, and just basically taking all the things that your money provides for them for granted. This is the time for them to get back to learning and being beneficial in one way or the other, with their time and their efforts in education and extracurricular activities. All right. So with that being said, this is a generation of kids who are dealing with similar problems that we had. You could talk about it being the same subject, but it comes in a different way, if you will, than some of the things that we dealt with. And a lot of it has to do with technology, and the ability to linger on because of technology. Technology keeps things going, and it spreads and spreads and spreads, and because of it, a lot of these kids are facing depression, mental health concerns, that is driving them to do things that are dangerous to themselves and to others. And so these are the things that we need to be aware of. I think that Do Right Now was talking last night, and somebody, as y'all come on, I was talking to Do Right last night about the actual rules that are being put in place now. I don't know, and he was asking me where did it actually come from, and this is where y'all can please help us out, guys. First of all, thanks for participating. Like and share what we're doing, guys, if you're enjoying it. Also, please give us your comments, your feedback. Because this topic today is one that I think, as we go down the list of different concerns that some of these kids are going to have, I think this is one of the most important topics that I will cover, based on the fact that I am a person that has a nonprofit that is about youth. So education is first. I tell my kids all the time, we are student athletes. There's a difference, okay, in being a student athlete and just being athletic. No, we're student athletes, meaning education does come first. It is priority. So with that being said, some of the things that these kids are dealing with, and some of it is no different than what we dealt with during our time, and actually there's more studies around now to help with these things, but the academic challenges, be learning disabilities and differences. Examples of that may be students struggling with differences in dyslexia, ADHD, that may not be fully addressed. Okay, right. So with the ADHD, when I was working at juvenile probation, we had a whole lot of kids that were on meds for ADHD. Okay, let me calm down. Let me slow down here. I, in some instances, understand. But especially after they done got older, and it's gonna be harder to get them to probably be willing to try to release their energy in a positive manner that where we could actually take advantage of the hyper part of it. I really would like to avoid the meds if we have to, but some of these kids have gone so long without this fully being addressed that they've had art meetings, but for whatever reason, it just wasn't addressed. I don't know. Every situation is totally different, but I like to channel that energy into the right direction, and I think if you can channel it into something that they really enjoy or are willing to work with, it can help. It can help, but because it may not have been addressed over the years. Some of these kids are forced to now have to depend on medication to help them to relax and focus on the things that you're trying to get them to do. So,
I think it's interesting. We don't know about something, so we don't address it. But there's a problem, and then boom, somebody figures something out. They come up with a drug with it, and then now it's overused. Like every kid has ADHD. The doctors may say no, they don't, but every kid has it. We all know they have it because we had it. But it's trying to fix the horse when the wagon wheels is the thing that's broke, right? They don't address the fact that school and learning is boring as hell.
yeah.
And you got a kid that wants to sit up here and discover the world and be in 12 different places at the same time, but you forcing them to sit in a room for hours trying to hear somebody that sound like Miss Crabtree from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like, and now they got the medicine, and now nobody wants to sit up here and dig into it any deeper to find another solution or an alternative solution or a solution to go with the one they have.
Right.
It's just like, oh, we got this and we can stop now. We good.
Yeah.
But end of the day, let's keep it real. Everything under the sun, the buck stops with the buck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, medicine, they're gonna make money. So
Right.
that's the solution that they really want.
And I mean, every single one of them come through there, and that psychiatrist sees them. And bow, there's a diagnosis. Bow, there's a diagnosis.
Not even
bow,
a diagnosis. You might as well have a robot come in there and just print out a thing, a prescription right
Every
there.
last one of them used to come through there. They had a diagnosis. It was amazing. It was amazing to me. I sit there and watch it, and I'm just, golly, man. So that's one thing, the disabilities that they're dealing with as they come into the school. Academic pressure. High performing students may experience anxiety and stress due to academic demands. If you are one of those parents that shit, you was barely a C student, but your kid can't walk through the door without an A. But have you?
Oh wow.
I mean, have we really gotten these kids tested to the point to determine if they are that type of student? Everybody's not that type of student, guys. I mean, being real with you, you can want something all you want, but I mean, are we asking of them to a point to where? And I'm not trying to tell you not to ask your kid to be successful and work hard, but I do feel like there is an amount of stress that could come from saying it's an A or it's a bust. It's an A or nothing else. I do feel like there's an amount of stress that comes from that. A
lot of stress that comes from that.
Yeah.
And that's not just an A. I mean, let's just keep it real. School is to train factory workers. The A students out of that factory working school go to college to be management. But there's no school for people to become owners and CEOs. They go to totally different places. So you got these factory workers, and just like when you go to work, you got certain people that's above other people. They got different classes of people, different people that do different jobs. Some jobs are more prestigious than others. It's a whole class system, and that school is set up the exact same way. So for some kids, getting a C is like getting an A, but no one takes the time to sit up here and figure out what type of learner. Because when you go to college, they'll tell you, oh, everybody's a different type of learner. But they ain't never said that in elementary school.
Right.
They never said that in middle school. They just stuck you in the same class with everybody else and gave you the same books and the same homework and say, figure it out. And where that one kid is a visual learner and this other kid can sit up here and read and pick up stuff, they both in the same class and one's got a better grade than the other one.
Right.
And then the parent of this one like, what's wrong with you, Johnny? You can't get this? Maybe this better help you get it. And now this kid is under pressure from school, at home. He don't have nowhere to be.
I'll never forget working with this girl from Harvard.
Okay.
I work with this girl from Harvard. I wonder why you go to Harvard and come out and be a probation officer. But
For real. That's a wasted opportunity.
This girl went to Harvard. She went to Harvard, and to me, if you're gonna go to a prestigious school of that type, you need to go. In my opinion, I could be totally wrong.
You're not.
But I do not go to Harvard to be a teacher.
Not a teacher of a regular school.
I do not. Yeah, for real. Serious. I do not go to Harvard to be a PO. I just don't. To me, that is a lot of money to basically do something that you could have went to ACC and got your degree
to get the same job.
Yeah.
That's you know what it takes to get into Harvard?
Shit.
They had some strings pulled.
Shit.
And you wasted on that?
Yeah.
Unless somebody said, okay.
You know, they don't even give out athletic scholarships.
With Harvard? They got athletics at Harvard?
Those the what schools don't give out.
The Ivy League schools?
Ivy League, they don't give out athletic scholarships.
Well, let Trump have it. You ain't gonna give out no scholarships. but yeah, you go to Harvard to be a leader of
and
industry.
Even with academic, everybody's coming in 4.0, 3.9, 4.0, whatever. So I don't know how much they can give up for that. I mean, that's what they're asking. A lot of them are coming in as highly capable students. So in high school they have been. Yeah,
you talking about to go to Harvard?
What they're requesting?
Oh, they can request whatever they want, but then you know they let people in that ain't got that.
Of course, but I mean this is on paper. This is the stuff on the front. Yeah, you know. Yeah. You know, other people are getting in because of who they know or who they are or whatever. You know,
let's keep that.
Yeah.
Especially at Harvard.
There's always a loophole. There's a loophole. Yeah, we're not. Yeah, of course. There's always a loophole to this. Yeah. There's always a loophole. We understand that. But what they're supposed to be legacy applications. There it is. There it is. Legacy applications too. That's another one.
Yep.
That's another one.
Because going to Harvard ain't about what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know. I mean, of course. But I mean, the key to these jobs, to me, I mean, those type of schools, to me, my opinion, is the type of people you're going to be around. You're around a whole lot of people whose families already got companies, got this, got that. I mean, so the networking is huge.
Yes, just to be known.
Yes.
Is going to get you through a lot of doors.
Huge.
So to sit up here and go to Harvard and come back and work at McDonald's.
Yeah. So I never understood her being there, but she came to that place and completely tanked. This is a person that can get in front of a book and go hard all day long. But then when she came back to the real world and she had to deal with these parents. Absolute trash. That poor girl was crying and hollering and oh, this is too much. It's traumatic. Yes, these are families filled with trauma for generations.
Some stuff
yes, you're right. It's traumatic for you because it's been traumatic for them.
Yes.
You know, so you are going to have to buckle up. You're going to have to put your big girl drawers on now. I mean, this is real deal. These are families. This is real shit.
Is she still there?
No.
I guess she ran out of
She
big
was
girl
gone a
dog.
long time before I left. Yo, she was gone. She got the hell out of there. Now, this wasn't for her. Kenny Pace, speak on it, fellas. Schools are constructed
Exactly like prisons.
as prisons. Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I mean, look, that bell. You ever heard? I can't think of the name of the experiment, but there was an experiment where they had cut a hole in the side of a dog's mouth, right? I know it sounds bad. And they had a bell. Every time they rung that bell, they would feed that dog his favorite treat. So every time they rung that bell, even though they didn't feed that dog that treat,
Terrible experience.
every time they rang that bell, that dog would salivate. That's what the hole was, to see the dog salivate. It knew what that bell was, and it was programmed.
Yeah.
Same thing at that school. That bell ring, what happens? Every time that bell rings.
Everybody's up, moving to the next spot.
You know why you need a bell? Because you need your workers to be able to move and get to where they need to when they're supposed to. The same thing at prison. You need to move when we say you need to move. That's what school conditions you for.
Man, that's deep. That's a whole nother show right there. That's scary. That's how y'all see it. I don't know. I ain't never thought about that. I never thought about it like that. Really.
Oh shoot! A lot of things in school that get you. It was when I went to boot camp.
Not that part. I never thought about it like that.
When I went to boot camp, it really dawned on me because everything they did in boot camp was to tear you down and recondition you to be what they wanted you to be. Well, that's the same thing school is doing. It's just getting you conditioned for society.
Okay.
Oh, Emma Fisher tuned in. He said college only shows the
What up,
ability
Fish?
to endure. That's true. The degree
College only shows
was
the ability
once
to endure.
used as a disqualifier. I mean, to me, it's a receipt saying that you know how to look up answers
All
and,
it is
and follow through.
To me, it's your ticket to get in the show.
Yeah,
It is your
price
ticket
of
to get
admission.
in your show. It's your price of admission.
yeah.
For you to get into this show, you have to prove that you some way, somehow spent $140,000, $160,000
Yes.
to get this $50,000 paycheck.
Yeah, you committed.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
a sucker.
Yeah. I did it. I did it along with a whole bunch of other people. I did it. You have to, and thank God I had a mom that held me down and took over and helped me with those payments because I'd still be paying those student loans.
Yeah.
When my mom finally finished that my mom said she had it in her mind that there were certain things that I was not gonna do. There were certain places I was not gonna go. When the military people came by, my mom was an easygoing person. She closed that door in their face real quick. My baby, that's my only child. He ain't going to no military. She didn't even hear it. Now I listen to people like you, and I'm like, damn, man, military might have been a good option, But my mom wasn't trying to hear that. There wasn't no discussion about it. Done. There was also some chances, some smaller school chances for me to go play football. My mama wanted me to go to Sam, so that was out of question. So it was because she wanted me to go to a certain spot. She went to Sam. My aunt Ella went to Sam. She wanted me to go to Sam Houston. Okay, so she wanted me to go there. I got you. And after I got married and stopped being a whore, she did exactly that.
You're gonna sneak that at every show.
Oh yeah, because it's a major part of my life that had to change, and because it changed, so a lot of good has come my way. Yes.
Now, do you regret not being able to go to another school and experience some different things? Or
I
learn
had
some
an amazing time at Sam Houston.
Well, I didn't say if you had a good time.
I don't regret nothing. I had an amazing time at Sam Houston State University. Unbelievable.
Somebody clip that. That's the advertisement right there.
Unbelievable.
You're gonna see Coop on TV.
Unbelievable. I can care less about that statue, but every time I see that statue driving through Huntsville, boy, a smile come to my face, boy, because I had a glorious time. Yes, indeed. All right, here we go. Difficulty with organization and time management. Students may struggle to manage their time, prioritize tasks, and stay organized. Guys, time management is a huge deal, not just for students. Time management is a big deal for an adult every day. Okay, managing your time, saying that you want to lose weight, but you never make any time to prep food and prepare yourself. Go to the grocery store.
Go to the gym.
Saying you want to be at work on time, but you don't start ironing to 30 minutes before you supposed to clock in. You ain't washed your ass yet, and you still ironing your clothes. Time management is a big deal across the board, youth and adults. So I totally understand kids having problems with time management, especially in today's world where a lot of their time is spent like this. Okay? A lot of the time is spent like this. Now, what I mentioned earlier that me and Do Right were talking about last night, and y'all can help me with this, is the phones being taken out of school. OTS. Good luck. Good afternoon to you, fellas. You know, that's what, hey man, good afternoon to you too, brother. The phones being taken out to schools. And is that a Texas law, or is that across the board, like across the country? Is that UIL, you know, as far as us, or is that, I mean, what is that? Is that Agent Orange, Trump trying to do something different, like our governor, Hot Wheels? Like, what is it? What is this coming from? The phone issue, because I see good in it and I see concerns in it as well. But I definitely see some good, because kids are utilizing a lot of their time with these phones, and it's the mismanagement of their time and also disruptions to the class. So y'all can help me out with that. Let me know where it's coming from. Some of y'all that know a little bit more about this new rule about the phones. Is that Texas law? Is that nationwide? What is it? Anything to say about the phone issue or the time management?
Oh, well, we can go through the rest of your list, but I can guarantee you, I don't even know what's the rest on your list. I'm gonna invoke the great Bobby Mack, and he would say,
"Great Bobby Mack, shout out to Bobby Mack. Shout
discipline. Out. Everything under that falls under discipline. Discipline. I mean, either the lack of discipline from the parent or lack of discipline from the child. I mean, time management, that's a discipline problem. Even when you get older, you're not disciplined to sit up here and do what you're supposed to do.
You mentioned the next one earlier. You said school is boring, and the next one is lack of interest or motivation.
Yeah.
Lack of interest or motivation. Some
students, kids don't even choose to go to school. They have to go to school.
Yeah.
So what are they motivated to do? I mean,
well, that's where sports came in for a person like me. Right. I didn't like school, but I love sports.
And so to do sports,
you gotta do good in school.
See, that's still not motivating you to learn. That's just motivating you to drudge through it.
It's motivating me to be there. And because I'm there, then I find, oh, okay, this was actually interesting. And
how many things in school did you find interesting?
History, English.
Okay.
History.
I mean, why is it that a kid can find a history TikTok more interesting than learning about the same subject in school?
Because if they're watching the TikTok, it's something that they chose to watch. It's something that they probably.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like with me, I didn't go to college until I was in my 40s. Okay. But I wanted to go to school, and I wanted to go to school because I wanted to gain knowledge.
Yeah.
I wanted to learn, and it was so easy for me. I was just absorbing the information. I didn't even have to study because I wanted to know it. But I tried to go to school back when I was younger, in my 20s. I didn't want to be stuck up in those. I didn't want to do that. I wanted to get out and see the world.
Yeah.
No. You know, I want to experience stuff. I don't want to read about it. But then once I experienced the world, I'm like, shit, I'm tired of these dead end jobs and shit. I need to get me some education.
Gotcha.
Now I'm motivated and I'm choosing to do it.
Right.
So I'm not saying, well, kids need to choose to go to school, but I think kids should have more saying what it is that they going to get their education. I mean, just picking your electives is not enough choice. You know, like, what are you interested in? Like, what do you dream about? What do you see yourself trying to do in the future? Like, I like STEM because at least they try to show these kids, okay, this is stuff that you can do with science, math, technology. Oh man, that's interesting. I like that. And now they want to be a part of it and they want to learn it. But when you try to force somebody to do something, how much success have you ever had forcing somebody to do something?
Well, you got to get them out the house.
Fine, fair
You
enough.
got to get them out the house, and you got to get them to give it a shot. And I'm not saying that nobody. First of all, a kid is a dumbass. They're just ignorant.
Oh,
They're
they don't know
ignorant to
nothing.
life. They don't know
They don't know
anything.
nothing.
Okay,
Right.
so we have to let them know. We got to push them to do certain things because if they had their own choice, they would be dumbasses and be dependent on you for the rest of their life.
Facts.
And
them early years, yeah, get out there. But at some point, they're going to start developing their self, and you have to start helping them develop themselves and start figuring out what it is they're going to be. Because the biggest thing is that most of these kids have no clue what they want to do or even imagine what they want to do.
No, something they saw on a TV show.
Yeah,
Most of the time.
every kid want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Well, you don't even know what it takes to be a YouTuber, so
Yeah.
shut the hell up.
Yeah. Now, I could honestly say my daughters used to watch what's the medical show that come on TV that came on for a long time.
Grey's Anatomy?
Grey's Anatomy. My daughter watched the whole series and she ended up going in the medical field. She wants to do medical because of Grey's Anatomy. So I know that you know some of that stuff can influence what these kids want to be
The
today.
sad thing, something she saw on TV is the thing that influenced her, not something in school.
There's nothing going on in the school that she was really interested in. Teaching, she don't like kids like that. She don't even want to have kids. And at this point, I can't blame her because my child is. She don't need to be dependent. She don't need to be responsible for no other human being at this point in life.
Well, you know she have a kid and she gonna completely change.
Oh, Lord, shit, I don't know. I don't know about my child. I don't know about my child. She done brought them funky cats to this house. And if it ain't for me, Lord, you know every time you come over here, I'm dipping that cat litter. I'm doing incense and candles and shit. Boy, look here. I gotta take care of them cats like me and Candace. Them my cats. Hell, I don't even want them cats. My child bring home pets and that's a whole nother thing. But anyway, so lack of interest and motivation, test anxiety surrounding exams can negatively impact performance. I was not the best test taker.
Right.
I was one of those people that had to study. I have to have a competition. I still do it now. I write down notes. It don't matter how. I mean, you messing with me because I have my notes all the time. Normally, today I had them on my phone. I had this on my phone, but normally I'm writing down notes, guys. I was a note taker. I had to take notes, and the way I studied was walking around with my notes. I memorized stuff for test exams. Mm-hmm. That's not necessarily learning because the crazy part is the moment that test was over.
Yeah, that's why
It's
silly to memorize it because you're not learning.
I memorized stuff for tests. I was one of those note takers, and then I would do like the little stickies, and I would just walk around with those stickies or index cards all the time, and that's how I would study. That's how I studied. I would just study with index cards. That's how I studied. That's why I was good at history, English, stuff like that. I was really good. An index card ain't gonna help you with no damn math. You know, other than
That's the one thing that you have to learn.
Yeah, you had to learn.
You have to learn.
And so the way I learned worked against me when it came to like math, like you know the early stuff, algebra 1, even 2. Fine, you know, of course, multiplication, division, all that addition, subtraction. But when you came to like
Geometry,
Cal, geometry, I sucked. I sucked at geometry because now you got to learn these shapes. You got to learn, perpendicular. You got to learn right angular. You got to learn all these different things that, honestly, if you don't know how to do that shit, like, you're gonna suck. Like, so I had to actually learn. Algebra wasn't hard for me. Geometry was hard. Cal was hard. So I mean, these things, that kind of stuff, and test anxiety. If I'm already got it in my mind mentally that this is hard for me, then when it comes to the test, I'm going in with the wrong approach from the beginning, and I'm already killing myself. I'm already threatening my chances of doing well on this test. So that was something that we went through back then. Now, and that was without pressure from my mom, who was a teacher, by the way. My mom didn't put pressure on me. She didn't at all. She like that, baby, just do your best. That really was her. But that was me wanting to do well, half-assed, so I didn't embarrass the shit out of her, considering the fact that she was a teacher. But also, of course, I wanted to be an athlete. I was an athlete, and I wanted to play sports. And the only time I ever had a failing grade, to my knowledge, was math. Math. I actually had a D one time for halfway through the semester, and I had to get that D back up to get back on the basketball team. So that was it. But I understand. I totally understand test anxiety because I had that. My daughter had it. It was bad for her.
I think everybody just has it.
Some people get amped up about tests. They get excited about those tests. They really are good at the test. They suck at all the other stuff that comes along.
Yeah.
These are people that will go on a SAT and score 1,200, 1,300, 1,400 on the SAT. But like, they suck at the homework. They suck at the work that goes, the consistent work that has to go along.
So they can show the answer, but they can't show the work.
No. These are just naturally gifted kids that can go in there and look at that stuff, and they can.
But that's the difference. When you're taking that test, you're not even being tested. You just throw that information down there. That's simple. The test is the work, and if they fail in the work, then they still fail in the test.
You have some people, like, for example, like this. It's not TOS anymore. What is it? What's STAR testing? STAR testing. Yeah. You have some people that can come in here on these STAR testing and do an amazing job. But when it comes to like their weekly work that goes into their first 3 weeks and then the 6 weeks and their report card, they might suck. They might suck at that because they're not that kind of kid that's going to do well over an extended period of time. But if you put them down and do a test, they can do an amazing job. And then vice versa, you got a kid that that sucks at taking tests, but they are very well at managing their work, doing the stuff, doing the homework. That 25%, I think a lot of time when we were growing up, 25% of the grade that came from homework and all that, they gonna ace that part. They're gonna ace that part.
Homework.
Yeah,
I just couldn't do it. But it's the, like you said earlier, it's the different types of learners.
And
you trying to fit all these kids into this one box, and some of them that's really smart get shoved to the bottom, and the ones that's not so smart and know how to con the game rise to the top.
Yeah. Some schools are still doing the remote learning. I know, especially colleges. I mean, some kids go to college online, and they attempt to do that to save them time. Maybe they don't like being in classes. Maybe they would like to just get the work done. They don't like lectures and all that. But then there are some kids that really struggle with remote learning. So this is another one of those situations that difficulty with remote learning. Some kids, like you said, throwing them all in. Okay, we're going to go to remote learning 2 days out the week. I know that's been brought up by several people, pushing for kids and teachers not to have to be in school 5 days a week. And so they're pushing for remote learning on some days. it's another one of those things where you like you said, you throwing them all in a class and expecting them to all be able to do the work the same. Well, same with this. Some kids will suck at going about trying to get their environment. Maybe their environment sucks.
Yes.
Maybe their environment sucks. Maybe the people around them that they're surrounded with, they can't do anything about that. That maybe they got a lot going on, their environment, or maybe they just have a difficult time focusing when they're not in a learning environment, an environment that is strictly for learning. And so they suck at that because but it doesn't mean that they're not capable. It just means that maybe they just don't have the same situation that some of these other kids might have that makes it better for them, or possible for them to learn at home.
It's just the same thing. You got all these different learners, and everybody's trying to just shove one solution on them. Like, why is there not more choices for parents for school? Like, what if you could pick a school in the Austin area that just does remote learning because your child excels at remote learning?
I think that's what the governor trying to do, ain't it, in his own kind of way.
I thought they were trying to do that voucher crap.
Yeah,
to me, that voucher crap is just a easy way to segregate kids again, without being about race. It's just going to be about money and what you can afford and stuff.
They're running down the schools, like schools we went to. It was going more private instead of what am I trying to say? Public school? Yeah, more private instead of public. They're running.
But see, the private schools is where the elites learn. You see what I'm saying? And
define elite.
I'm gonna break it down to you. So
define elite, please.
This whole "Make America Great Again."
Here we go.
What does that mean? That means that they want America to have the dominant power in the world. And one of the things we've been lacking for many years.
The again part is the part that I have a problem with.
Everybody has that problem, but we just going to brush
when
past
was it?
that.
When was this?
Because there's no definitive answer to that again part. But
when was this? When was this?
America has been struggling with education for a long time. We've been lagging behind other countries. You hear Trump always talking about we need to bring manufacturing back to America because our GDP sucks and we need to dominate the world again. So the only way we're going to do this is that we need more workers. So we need to get rid of this abortion so we can have more people. So we can get them in this factory making place. So we start manufacturing more stuff. So we can be the dominant people on the planet again, and everybody got to come to us if they want something done. That's what it all breaks down to. And if we got the power and everybody got to come to us for our permission, then that's how they feel they're going to be great again. Because really, truthfully, the great again part is back when everybody had to come to them and ask them for permission.
Is that really the reason that you feel anyway that they're trying to get rid of abortion?
Yeah, they need more people because it's not because they care. Because if they care, that care would continue after that child was born.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about the people.
Hey,
you ain't gonna get more people. You can't. They won't even feed them. You won't even feed them. You care about the child as the child is being released from the womb, but you take away all the food. The food you take away millions of dollars of food. That programs that were for food to kids during the summer. I mean, come on, man. Trash.
Well, you taking away school lunches? You don't care about no kids.
You're taking away stamps from these people. And I know some people, guys, that are truly on the poverty level. I truly know some of these people, guys. When you are working in non-profit organizations, you're going to come across these people because there are some of them that still want quality programs and things to happen for their kids as well, but they come to you and they tell you the truth, and some of them tell you that. I got a mom on my team. I mean, I look at her and I just want to hug her every time I see her because That woman donated plasma. She donated plasma for her child to have a chance to participate in these programs, and I told her all she gotta do is talk to me because I got her, and I don't know, that kind of got me, but I mean it's people are struggling, guys. It's not.
Especially here, in this day and age.
But they will
it's ridiculous.
They would take these people's stamps away from them because they look at that check, and that check is above the rate that they say that
it's way lower than what you need to
But it's
survive.
trash. She lives in Austin.
Yes.
You live in Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Shit, that goddamn check, one of her checks will go to rent. It'll go to rent.
And
Some of these parents are driving around in a car that could stop yesterday. And you take they stamps, you sorry pieces of shit. Y'all are sorry, man. I can't stand, man. Anyway, don't even get me going. I get mad. I get mad
for everybody.
I'll get mad.
They see them everywhere. They behind every tree.
Oh man, it's trash.
They get twirling their mustache and we get them food stamps. It's bullshit though.
Yeah.
It's bullshit.
I can't stand
and plus, if you aborting all these kids, who are you gonna get to fill up these beds in the prison? I'm telling you, they want bodies. They want the bodies to go to certain places so they get a certain education so they can guarantee those dollars can go to certain places.
The prisons will always be full.
Yes, they will always
Sadly,
be full.
the prisons will always be full because there are going to be people that are going to always. First of all, they're going to be people that just made mistakes.
Yes.
That just made mistakes that call for a prison term, sadly. But then there are going to be some that always are going to take the easy way out. They're going to take the easy way out. They're going to do something that they should not have done because they don't want to work, or their envy or their jealousy or their emotions got the best of them, because they didn't get what they want in one way or the other. And they made a bad decision. And I mean, then there are people that are just going to be what we talking about in the social aspect of this part. Bullies. They were bullies when they were young. And they're going to be bullies when they get older. I dealt with bullying. Bullying is something that most kids deal with. It's no big deal. Kids are not prepared now, though, for the amount of bullying that is occurring, and the reason they're not,
and the different ways to be bullied.
Because of the different ways. Cyberbullying is on a whole nother level, guys. If you get into a fight now, see, we fought all the time. We fought all the time, and I ain't never known my mama to come over there to try to. We will fight my kid, man. He wasn't worried about that shit. Send that boy out there to that coach and let that coach handle that shit and go on about his business, man. They ain't worried about that stuff back then. Well, now we are completely involved as parents. We coddle them, and rightfully so, because now you get into a fight now, you go to juvenile detention. I've been in as many fights as anybody, guys, and I didn't even get suspended. I never got suspended. I never been to ISS. Not one time. Not one time. Because I was an athlete. I never got suspended. Now I didn't go around starting fights. But I mean, I got into a lot of shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got into a lot of shit. A lot of people hated on me. A lot of people hated on me. I mean, I was 15 years old, man, with a slab. I mean, a lot of people hated on me, man. It's all good. It's all good now. But I was in my own little world, and again, I was a whore. When you a whore, you're gonna have haters. It ain't no way around it. Ain't no way around it. Now, I got bullied when I was younger. I was a square little church boy. But as I got older, God damn it, I became a whore. And you're gonna deal with bullies. You're gonna deal with bullies. You're gonna deal with older guys that want to test you. They want to check. You're gonna deal with people that will never be on your level that are gonna test you. You know what I'm saying? And you want to defend yourself. I had the heart. I just wasn't a fighter. You know, when I was younger, I just wasn't a fighter. I didn't know how to fight. Nobody taught me how to fight. Nobody got outside me taught me how to fight. Was strong enough, big enough. Just didn't really know how to fight. And then finally one day, you know, you just get tired of getting your ass kicked. Finally one day, you just get tired of getting your ass kicked. And I just got to the point where it's just, it is what it is. I done said this before. I got my ass kicked and it wasn't that bad. All right, you good. So now it's like whatever. And I got to that point after that, you know, but these kids are not strong enough to deal with that now. You get your ass kicked today, and now you go viral. You go viral. You leave that place with a black eye. I've had black eyes before. You leave that place with a black eye now, you go viral. That black eye might be shown to 1 million people because a guy got dead on your ass at that school, and it was 10, 20 phones going live instead of breaking up the fight. This is something that these kids are dealing with now, that, being real with you guys, we didn't have to deal with. We didn't have to deal with that. You know, nobody was recording our fights. You know, I mean, they talk about it at the school for a couple of weeks. Oh shit! Coop got punched in his stomach. Then he punched him back, and then it's over. It's over. We done moved on. You know, they might talk about, man, remember this? You know what I'm saying? When you come back for class reunions and shit. But other than that, it's over. It's no film of this shit. Now, totally different situation. Totally different situation. And I mean, they take pictures of stuff, and they can, I mean, embarrassing moments. They take pictures of embarrassing moments, and they post these moments, you know what I'm saying, for other people to see and comment on and make you feel like shit. And so these kids are going through that, guys. These kids are going through some points that break them down. And we all say as adults, I hear it all the time from multiple adults, that we don't feel like the kids are as strong as we were in the past. Okay, adults tell me that all the time. You know, are we wrong?
Man, with what you just said, do you feel like we were stronger than them? Could you? I don't know. Imagine?
I don't know.
That shit?
I don't know. I don't know,
man.
The only reason I feel like we are stronger than our kids is because our parents did not coddle us the way we coddle our kids now. We are involved, and I believe it's a good thing. I believe it's a good thing that we're involved, but just understand what the impact that it has. We are involved today. Majority of parents now are involved in everything that their kids do. I mean, they come and they running. If the kids call, Mom, I need help. Dad, I need help. Shit, you damn near break your foot trying to push that pedal and get there. You know, but because of that, they are not left to figure anything out on their own. And because they're not left to figure out anything out on their own, they don't know how to maneuver through life and problem solve. They're extremely dependent on us, you know, to get them through life.
No,
they're very dependent on us.
You ain't say nothing wrong. You didn't say nothing wrong. I agree with everything you said, but I also think never when I went to school did I ever even have in the back of my mind that somebody can run up in there and shoot up the whole place.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It never dawned on me something like that would happen. Yeah. And imagine the school. I mean, not even elementary kids' schools are safe.
Yeah.
This kid could have in the back of his mind that, you know, today could be the day. And that's a lot to deal with. Like, you talk about anxiety, just dealing with that. Yeah. And the adults in your school can't keep you safe. And the bullying. I remember, hell, I got bullied, and the adults back then couldn't keep me safe, and to the point to where kids had to deal with the situation that shouldn't even be happening. But now these kids got to deal with it on a whole other level. People reliving you getting your ass whooped every single day.
Yeah.
To the point to where kids want to off themselves because they can't deal with that pressure. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
It is
brutal.
a
That's
lot.
brutal. That's brutal.
And I don't want to say that we were stronger than they were, and I can't blame the
Well,
parents
in
wanting to
some,
be in their life.
in some aspects,
you know,
in some aspects,
and I get that.
And the only reason I say that, we were talking about it last night. We joke about having to be home before the lights come on, before the
before
street lights came on.
Yeah,
But the fact that we were gone the whole day,
Yeah.
we didn't have no money in our pocket half the time. We didn't have no bottled water.
Nope.
We didn't have no sack lunch.
Nope.
We didn't have none of this stuff, and we were gone the entire day. My mama didn't know if summertime. Shit, my mama did the weekends. Man, come on. If it wasn't church, if I didn't have to go to church,
You was nowhere around.
I was gone. I was in the streets. I didn't put on no lotion. I didn't brush my teeth. I ran when I had to go get a haircut. I mean, now I can't. If I go a week without a haircut, I feel dirty, But I didn't care about none of that. I didn't care about nothing. We just wanted to have fun and go and play. That's all we wanted to do. Well, that is not being done now. People joke about the street lights coming on. Hell, halftime, I don't even know if my mom was worried if the street light came on and I
Yeah, but all she had to do is call your name.
I in some way, somehow, I heard her.
Yes.
And I knew
it was.
I heard her some way,
And she
somehow.
could say her name a certain way.
It wasn't no cell phone. It wasn't no beeper. She didn't have no dove, pigeon to throw in the air with a message. There wasn't none of that shit. It was Brandon.
Yep.
I found a way to come up out them bushes and get to her.
And you came running.
I came. Dirty.
Oh,
Take your ass in there and get in that tub. Get in that tub, eat you something, go to bed. But I had been out of her hair all day long.
Yeah.
Playing outside. They wasn't worried about nothing. I come home with scrapes, scars, black eye, done fought. It didn't matter. Man, my mama give me some ice and sit my ass in that room. You ought to stop all that shit. You ought to stop all that. Gee, you got come on broke down, and you get fussed at for being broke down. It did. Dog, it's a totally different life. And so with my mom, when I left home, my mama dropped me off at that college, and I'm telling you, she's told me, I'm not worried about you. You're gonna be all right. She was like, you are prepared. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be fine. And she dropped me off at college, and I'm telling you, she came back that first semester to get me for Thanksgiving and Christmas. She sent me back with my car. She never came back to that damn school again until I put that cap and gown on. That's the honest to God truth. I done moved to 2-3 different apartments, trailer. She didn't give a shit. I was like, Mom, I gotta move this weekend. You'll figure it out. Shit, man, y'all don't know, man. That's why I say, now, could our kids do that today? Some of them, sure. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I don't know how many of them could live like that and manage and be able to figure these things out and do it successfully. Mm-hmm. They would try, but could they do it successfully?
Man, but let's say out here, man, it would be a damn challenge. I mean, shoot. You try to find you a place for $100,000.
Things are extremely expensive. Yeah. Living in Austin is a whole nother conversation from everything. Social isolation and loneliness. Students may feel isolated or lonely due to various factors. The bullying could be a part of that. Social isolation. They not fitting in. I had people talk to me about the cool crowd when I got older. You know what I'm saying? After some Coop, you was in the cool crowd. Cool crowd. I didn't even know it was such thing. Shit. As many fights I got into, much as I got picked on, I didn't know I was in the cool crowd. But there were people that actually told me that, and so
if you got that many haters, you got to be in the cool crowd. If you ain't cool, why would you? Have
You
haters?
yourself will not feel that way.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If you got that many haters.
Well,
if you got haters like that, you probably won't feel that way because you'll be like, God damn. Every time I turn around, somebody want to take me out.
You know, want to take you out because you at the top.
Oh shit!
Why would somebody want to take you out if you ain't at the top?
You're a whore.
Well, okay, and they want to be a whore too, but you got them all, so they got to take you out.
I ain't have all.
You got to take all.
I ain't have all. I ain't have all.
I guarantee you.
I did have a few.
You was getting picked on if you was at the bottom. You were getting challenged because you was at the top.
I don't look at it that way, but I guess I don't know. I really don't know. I don't look at it as being at the top. I didn't feel like I was at the top of nothing, but but I didn't have no problems. I admit I didn't have no problem. Peer pressure. Students may face pressure to conform to certain behaviors or social norms. That was a big one back in our days. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I faced pressure to do some things that were illegal. I faced pressure to do some things that let's just say wouldn't have been cool in my grandparents and my mom's eyes. Shit, I did some things. I ain't gonna lie. But some way, somehow I came up out of it and I managed to overall stay on the right course. But yeah, peer pressure is a big one. I got into some fights. I got into some situations because of peer pressure. And feeling like you had to defend others and do different things, you know what I'm saying? So yes, peer pressure is a huge one that I know a lot of these kids are dealing with when it comes to drugs, when it comes to, going to certain parties, when it comes to sex, when it comes to a lot of things that parents will be and should be concerned about. Peer pressure, anything?
It happens.
It happens, yeah. Difficulty forming social connections. Guys, this whole introvert thing, that was a word I didn't even know until I started working at probation. I didn't even know what an introvert was. I never heard words like that. There are people out there that have a difficult time networking, breaking the ice. They don't know what to say. They'll look at you and I'll like, look out there. Country. I'm country. Look out there. What to say there? I say stuff like that that'll break the damn. This boy country as hell, but he cool. Okay, so that'll help me break the ice with dudes. It'll help me break the ice with women. You know what I'm saying? It just helped me break the ice. Co-workers. Hey man. Hey, what I say all the time now. Hey man, how you doing, man? Old man trying to make it, man. And people will laugh. They'll laugh, and so at least you break the ice,
right?
And you can start having a conversation with people, But everybody can't do that, That's that old country swag. I done been around deacons, uncles, just old men that just they had a saying for everything, and so you spend so much time growing up around these people, you learn those things. I don't take that for granted because I know everybody didn't have that opportunity. Let's look at some of these things.
Oh, you want to look at the
we got a lot of them. That's great. This is great. That's great. Oh man, thank y'all guys. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the comments.
Yeah, right.
I was so focused trying to get through these things. Adrian Evans, this is not the education system. It's not for the education system to teach your kids all of the life skills they will need. How do their parents manage time? Is their home organized?
That's where you learn time management.
Make third down more manageable.
Yes! Here we go! Here we go!
Yeah.
Here we go!
Yeah, Adrian. It starts at home. All of this stuff starts at home.
Oh yeah.
All of this stuff starts at home. If you expect a kid to manage their time, shit, it gotta look like you got a sense of management in your own home. You can't talk about doing healthy things, doing smart things, preparation without a lack of preparation in your own damn house. You can't talk about doing it. That's Adrian hit it on that nail on the head with that one. That's perfect. Elmer Fisher, one of the best classes that should be given at the junior high and high school level is
Money matters.
money. Shit.
Ain't it funny that that's the one thing they don't really teach you because they don't want you to know how to manage your money?
They don't want you to know.
Because then they can't control you.
They don't want you to know. They don't want you to have a dime saved. Black people spend more money. This is honest God truth. And I know it's true. We spend more money on materialistic things than probably any race out there. And we got less people and less money probably than all of them as well.
Yep.
But we spend more of our money on materialistic shit than any of them. So they don't want to teach us how to manage our money.
No.
They don't want to teach us how to save a dime or invest it into something that's going to make more money for us. I didn't learn shit about credit till I was already 10K in the hole.
That's where you learn about it.
I'm going to say that again. I'm going to slow down and say that. I didn't learn nothing about credit till I was over $10,000 in the hole. So all that that algebra, that geometry, it didn't teach me how to stay out the red. Nobody told me how to stay out the red. You taught me how to multiply, but you never taught me how to manage it. My grandpa always said it in his own way, but he was a country old man that could barely read and write. You know, so yeah, I love my grandpa to death, you know, R.I.P. But yeah, I'll get that, and you don't know, you just don't know, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, he had a bank full of old dusty money. He had a bank full of dusty money because he, unlike me, didn't treat it like a hot potato. He didn't treat it like a hot potato that the moment he grabbed it, he got to give it to somebody else. That's what he told me all the time. Dad, boy, you treat your money like a hot potato. That's what he told me. Because the moment I got it, I gave it away. The moment I go out there with him and work and make some money, I give it away. I can't get uptown good without spending it. You know? So, I mean, yeah. OT Harris, Hot Wheels. Hey, man. Call it how it is, man. He is officially Hot Wheels. Tom Baker, if you are there, you will learn something pertaining to the school. I do believe that you will learn something.
You will learn something.
You'll learn something. I think that's what I think I think he's saying that relating to when we were talking about being in school and the benefits, I guess, to being at school.
Something is going to soak in. You're going to learn something. Even if you learn how to get your ass whooped, you're going to learn something.
You're going to learn that one. If you're doing anything that anybody envy, somebody going to try to whoop your ass.
Or they're going to whoop their ass so they don't get their ass whooped.
And at some point, you're going to have to finally stand up. You're going to have to put your back up against the wall. You got to put your back up against the wall and swing back at some point. I mean, that's just true. And today, here's a problem with it, though. Today, you will get suspended from school. You will get put in handcuffs and taken down to juvenile detention. And I'm telling y'all guys, one of the things that Lord knows, I love the people I work with. I learned so much working in probation. I think a lot of times people feel like I got a bad experience in probation. Not true. I learned a lot in probation. I learned a lot about the system. I learned a lot about how things go, being real with you. But there's a lot of kids that should have never been in that system.
Why not, Coop? I'm curious.
Them kids didn't do shit that was no worse than anything that we've done. Them kids are amateurs. And the reason they should not be in that system is now you're taking weak ass little kids that made a mistake. All they did was make a mistake. And you're putting them in a system with high risk offenders that are now going to go back to the peer pressure and the true learning and understanding of what's going on in them streets. And you're teaching them a whole bunch of things that they should not learn because they are wrapped up around an environment of thugs. There are some real thugs out there. We wasn't thugs. I am not a thug. I got to the point where we didn't back down, but we're not thugs. I'm not a real fighter. We just gonna fight for what we believe in, or to protect the people that we love. But we're not thugs. There are some people out there, guys, that there is no saving. And that took me a long time to learn and accept. When I came into the system of criminal justice, I was one of those people, like many, who wanted to come in with a cape on and save the world. I'm still in many ways one of them people because I'm out here with these kids now. And it hurts to see a kid not be successful when you're putting the time into them. So I'm still in many ways one of those type of people. But when you get into that system, you got to understand that everybody does not have these same concerns for their child that you have. You concerned about them socially isolating themselves, peer pressure, difficulty forming social connections, compromised social skills. You're concerned about all those things. You're concerned about that kid being hungry. You're concerned about that kid being stinky at school, not having fresh clothes, not having shoes that don't have holes in them, or socks that don't have holes in them. You're concerned about those things, but then you find out as you're working with this kid and supervising this kid on probation that the parent is well aware of the things that they're doing out in those streets. And not only are they aware, but they're sending them out there to do it. So everybody's not thinking the way you're thinking as this person that wants to go save the world. And because of that, you're confused. I was lost. As a supervisor, as a correctional supervisor of youth in the probation department, I was lost for many years because I did not understand how a person could send their kid out there to deal with these type of offenses, this type of environment. You're sending them to danger. And I never understood why the parent would come up there with a shower cap on, with a robe on, with a gown on. Yeah, they haven't even washed themselves well. They coming up there with house shoes on. They coming up there with things that they wore last night on. They coming up there smelling like reefer to a courthouse. Because this is who's leading and guiding and supervising this child. So the child never had a chance from the beginning. We are not those type of people. The people that'll really pay attention to us and listen to us, they're not those type of people. So I'm not talking to those people today. Okay? I'm not talking to those people that I left. Because honestly, guys, if a kid makes it out of that situation, that kid is a goddamn hero in my eyes. Because I don't know how I would have made it if that was the influence that fed me every day, clothed me, and made sure I had shelter. Because that influence would send me out there to do things that I was not capable of doing without landing in the same spot that those kids were landing in. So our kids, for the people out here that are living a life of attempting to do things in what we would consider an appropriate way, or at least a legal manner, are already in a better spot and already have a better chance than a lot of the kids that I dealt with in my former job. Hand clap to you, hand clap to you. I mean, I pat you on your back for doing the right thing.
Still, I'll do a whole bunch more comments.
But you have to start somewhere. Igniting love for education should happen in the formative years. Oh yeah,
Yes,
absolutely,
yes.
absolutely.
That's where you got to spark that interest to learn.
Yeah.
But is that really happening though?
Well, Do Right talks to me all the time about technology and kids at times not having the excitement about technology and understanding programming and different things that you do or you excited
Yeah,
about?
but it's we had this discussion
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Well, we're gonna bring that back because
Yeah.
I think it's you told me kids are excited about sports, but they're not excited about.
Kids are excited about sports because parents are excited about sports. The community is excited about sports.
Right.
And who's excited about technology? And let's keep it real. Kids know technology. They excited about technology, but they're not excited about technology. Yeah, they're excited about what's on that phone. They're not really excited about what makes the phone work. That's the difference. All that education makes the phone work.
Yeah.
You don't need education to find something on the phone.
Right.
And that's the problem. Who's excited about that? I have a buddy, and his son was starting to show some interest in programming. I said, hey man, your son's starting to like programming. You should get him this computer. Here's the stuff that he needs. He said, man, why you need all of that stuff? I said, because he can't get into the programming that he's going to get into without it. All he can do it with what he got. But he out there for Hell Week playing football in this heat.
Yeah.
You see the difference?
Yeah.
No problem with that. Your kid could pass out from heat stroke.
Yeah.
But no, we'll give him plenty of water. He'll have everything he needs. But you can't get him a computer so he can learn how to program?
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something
That's
that the kid is actually interested in.
Yeah. 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 And they'll push and they'll push and they'll push, Now that in those situations, a lot of times that'd be their parent living their dream out through the kid.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, that'd be their parent.
But and then also everybody see the glitz, glamour, the lights that comes with their kid being successful and all this other stuff. But let's keep it real. And we'll just use it on a monetary basis. The richest people in the world ain't football players.
No,
or ball players or any kind of sports player.
No.
All them dudes.
So there's a lot of
Yeah,
people
technology.
There's a lot of people making very good money that are sitting on more money than the football players that are sitting on the other side of the field.
You know what I'm saying?
They sit
And ain't getting
with a
banged up
suit
and
on,
everything.
with a suit on, and they having to worry about knee problems and back problems.
Right, and ain't nobody
neck
glorifying
problems.
that.
Yeah,
And to me, that's the problem. You can't get the kid to want to learn something if you don't, I said earlier, kids want to be YouTubers, but they don't know what it takes. So show them what it takes. I had a parent come to me, my kid wants to be a YouTuber. I said, well, what have you done? Well, I don't know nothing about it. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm like, well, damn, look at a YouTube video about being a YouTuber and present it to your kid. I guarantee you either the kid's going to get into it or they're going to say, well, maybe that's not for me. Maybe I should try to figure out something else I want to do. But at least try.
yeah.
But when it comes down to sports, man, you go down to Walmart and go buy a football or basketball in 2 seconds.
I think you should take it all away. I mean, me personally, if a kid really loves that, I would influence them to take it all the way. If they love doing YouTube videos about sports, for example. Stephen A is big time.
Big time.
Stephen A. Smith is big time.
Shannon Sharp, he did better. He was more popular as a commentator than he was a player.
And that's a Hall of Fame football player. He's more popular as a person with a podcast than he was as a football player. That is absolutely true.
That's some crazy stuff. But to me, the focus is in the wrong spot. Sports is great. Don't get me wrong. We need sports. But we also need to sit up here and nurture these kids to want to open their mind up too. Because when they get in sports and they get that fame and they get that money, now what you going to do with it? Yep. Now you got people paying attention to you. What the hell you going to say?
Yep. I'm one of those for sure that as I've gotten older, I have so much more respect for the band. And people that learn to play an instrument.
Oh, for real.
I have such a respect for them.
Not playing, but walking.
Walking, dancing. I mean, these guys were learning.
Dude.
These guys were learning how to stay in formation and dance and are flexible as hell. Allegedly. Allegedly, I lost the first girl that I so-called was in love with to a drum major.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Into a drum major, and I was so cocky as a high school kid. I didn't want to believe it, and then I got to PV, and I saw
What they did.
that drum major. It's my first time ever seeing this. Paying attention to
That
it.
ain't no joke.
I ain't talking about no high school drum major and our little high school. They walking in. No. That dude put that stick in the middle of that field, and he twerked his hip from that way over there. And some way he brought that goddamn other hip way over here. And then he went all the way back down and went down to the ground. And old girl, somebody, I keep no name said.
Allegedly.
They say allegedly. They say that's who your girl's supposed to be.
It's a wrap.
I knew then. I ain't got a chance. I didn't even know people could gyrate like that. I didn't know people had the ability to take one side of their body over here and then back over there and back and all on the ground. And he was doing the worm and all this stuff and still holding his baton. It was amazing. This dude, I have such a respect for them guys in the band now that I did not have back then. I just didn't. I didn't care about no instrument. But even more less than that. Not even just that. Just the ability to sit there with a saxophone. I feel like a saxophone is so sexy.
Okay.
I mean, somebody that can really play a saxophone. I mean, if you listen to somebody really play a saxophone and they got them eyes closed and they turning that head with that thing and they sitting on that you look that girl in her eyes. That's when you look her in her eyes. And the whole time that man is playing or that woman is playing that saxophone, you look at them in the eyes and you thinking chest to chest. I want to be chest to chest with you right now. That's where I want to be. I want to be right here. It does something. It sets the mood. It sets the tone. It sets the vibe that you want in the place if you're trying to be romantic. It really does. That sax is a bad. That's a bad. And then if you want to have fun and you want to enjoy yourself, the percussion, the drums, Ricky Smiley talked about it. Big Pookie. Big Pookie could hit that bass drum. Oh man, and he could set the whole place on fire. Ricky say he didn't even have a pair of pants that fit him because he out there, a Big Pookie out there in warm-ups. Shit, but boy, he could set the whole crowd on fire. I saw some of that stuff as I got older and understood better. Been to a couple of HBCU games and all that, and so even the band, even just the enjoyment and the fulfillment of what they bring to the table, I have a better understanding of it, man, because that music is powerful. I love music. I love music. I love music. We don't do nothing. I don't work without music. Everywhere now that we work by ourselves, I'm always bringing that speaker in there and music. Sometimes I think that we get away from music and we forget the power that it has, man, with our culture. I can't speak for all, but with our culture, it has power. Music can change the entire mood, the entire event that you're having. That's why my track meets live DJ. I'm one of the first ones to do it. I don't know nobody that was doing it prior to me. Live DJs at my track meets. I tell people all the time, my track meet is a party that includes some track competition. It's a party. It's a family reunion. I want that quality, 80s, 90s, good quality music, man, that people can enjoy and listen to, while we going out there. So anyway, let me get through with this, guys. Me Too, I learned from projects. Yep. Adrian, I was good with projects too. I learned from projects. I was not a test taker. Geometry was a game with rules. You learn it or you struggle.
Yes.
Shit, you ain't lying about that. You ain't lying about that. Melinda, hey, Miss Melinda. Governor Abbott signed a bill banning cell phones. And okay, so here we go about the cell phone situation. Banning cell phones and other personal communication devices in Texas schools. State controlled school operations, but Trump has been a master puppeteer. Mm-hmm. He incited and encouraged restricting cell phone use across the country. I can see the pros and cons, but it's not too late.
But it's too late.
But it's too late. I'm sorry, but it's too late. Our students are too dependent on their devices. Also, students have been able to record serious grievances caused by teachers and administrators. Absolutely. Absolutely. They have. We saw a lot. K-12, make America white. Shit. Make black folks. Come. Shit. That's what I was asking you. That's what I was asking. When was it great?
But that's what I said.
When was it great?
It was great then.
Huh?
It was great then because everybody had to go to them for permission. That's what they want. That's why how they gonna make America great again. Everybody got to come.
They don't even know what they're asking for. I listened to this white lady today, and this white lady said, if you are so dead set on this white rule, this white power, this white everything, make everything white, blah, blah, blah. Stop eating soul food. Stop eating Mexican food. Stop going to all these cultural events that are ran and headlined by black people or Hispanic people. Stop going to NBA basketball games. Stop watching the NFL. Because you got a whole bunch of people out there that are of color that are running. Come on, guys, let's be 100 now. Against no race whatsoever. But there are some things we all know that we are just better at. I'm going to say what I don't want to say. I got you. You ain't got to worry about it. Look. Guys, I can't name how many African American men I've seen over the years that can literally put their hands over the square on a backboard. We have an ability to perform at a level when it comes to jumping, dancing, singing, performing, period. Wherever you want, comedy, whatever you want to talk about. We have a level of ability that just does not exist for the average person. We have a culture that has been mimicked and attempted duplication. And it just, you can't quite do it the same. You just can't. It's impossible. It's impossible. We had grandmas that didn't need a measuring cup. They never needed a measuring cup. You look at it. We just got to put this much sugar, a little bit of rosemary. We got to make sure you got this, just this much. Make sure you look at the measuring cup. They ain't use no measure. I ain't never seen my grandma pick up a measuring cup. But that food was always seasoned to perfection. These people had an ability, guys, that has been passed down to certain ones. Everybody didn't want it. But for those that are continuing to kick it, do it. Same thing with the Hispanics. There's an ability with this Mexican food that hey, salute. I can sit there. I can eat Mexican food now that I'm an Austinite. I'm a true Austinite now. I can eat. This son's God true, guy. Y'all think I'm bullshit. I never even had, other than my mama cooking some tacos at the house, I never even had Hispanic, true Mexican food Not even Tex-Mex. I never had it until
You came
college.
Oh, okay.
College, and halfway through college at that. I'm talking about I'm probably around 20 years old before I actually ate at a Mexican restaurant. That's the honest God truth, guys. No joke. Now that I'm in Austin, shit, I can eat a taco every morning. I could eat a burrito anytime. I know what an enchilada is now. You know, if you want that life so bad where you just want white, stop supporting them. Stop supporting them, guys. Stop eating their food. Stop eating their food. Stop getting them to mow your yard. Stop getting them to cut down your trees. Stop getting them to build these houses. Because you want to send them away. If you want to send them away, stop supporting them. Stop paying for them. Stop paying them. You want to send everybody of color away, stop supporting them. That sure sounds like a boring world, don't it? Because as that white lady said in that video, many of you that do that and decide to be that type of person, you lack culture yourself. What culture do you have? What culture do you have? Other than harassing our people. That was the culture. You look back, your entertainment always came from our people. Oh shit, somebody gonna get mad at me today. I don't give a shit. Your entertainment came from our people. This ain't got nothing to do with school now. We go wherever we want over here. Salute the real, goddamn. We go wherever we want to go. Your entertainment came from us. Throwing baseballs to knock down babies. So many of those circus and carnival games came from you guys. Oh shit, man! Let me finish this shit. Oh yeah, I told you I'm gonna get mad today. I already knew I was gonna get mad. Let me go and finish these comments, and we'll finish this. We'll finish because it is so many concerns, guys. But let me finish these comments. Make black folks slaves again. Yep. Trump don't. See, you took me here, Adrian. This is your fault. I wasn't even gonna go there. Trump don't care about America. He is about his money. Oh shit. Yeah, man. We know that. They want white babies.
Rates to go up.
They want the white birth rate to go up. You ain't gonna stop it. You ain't gonna stop what's happening. It don't matter. You probably right, Adrian, but it don't matter. You can't stop what's happening because them white girls are going to continue to mess with black boys. Them white girls are going to continue to mess with Hispanic boys. And them white boys are going to continue to mess with them big black asses. And every time you mess with one, that baby is coming out cream, beige, light brown. It's like Neapolitan ice cream, guys. I can take that vanilla and I can take a whole big old ice cream scooper full of vanilla and put it in a bowl. And I could take a teaspoon of that chocolate and put it in there and swirl it all around as it begins to melt. Is it going to still be clear white? Hell no! It's going to be light brown. You can't avoid it. You can do the same thing with the strawberry. It's going to be pink. You mix any one of these people with white and it's going to change. There is no way to stop changing it. Now, I admit this. This is where I was absolutely wrong for now. It's going to happen. But this is where I was absolutely wrong. I thought that the more in this generation, I know it happened back in the days all the time. They didn't give a damn. But I thought that the more grandbabies that Papa Hudson had that were coming out with some Asian or African American or Hispanic in him, it was gonna make them change their mind about a lot of the things that they do and say to attempt to hurt races of color. But I was wrong for now. I was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong. We ain't quite there yet. Not yet. Not yet. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, but not yet. We ain't got enough light beige women walking around with good hair yet. You just hold on. Shit. Just hold on. The more queens, Halle Berry, the more queens start walking around here, the better it's gonna be. Because after a while, you're not hating on them, you hating on your own. You're hating on your own. It's got to be hard to hate on a black person when they come into your house for Thanksgiving. Shit. It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. I want to believe that. I believe that is the only savior that we have to stop this hate. I believe that it's going to happen eventually. I believe that there are some that wake up every single day and there ain't a lick of hate in their body. And to them, I really do commend them, man. I really do, because I know that they deal with friends, the same thing these kids dealing with, peer pressure. People come over. What do you think about those? They shouldn't be able to do this and do that. They come over to your house and say that shit. And for y'all that are able to stand up to them and tell them, well, I disagree with you, and if that's how you feel, then you can leave my house. I salute you all. I salute y'all. That's definitely what I'll say. If any of y'all come to my house with that bullshit, for any race, I don't hate races. I don't hate anybody. I don't got time to hate people. Lack of socializing, lack of vitamin D. These kids rarely are outside if they are not in outdoor sports. Shit. I totally agree with that shit. Kids don't go outside no more. Move that thing down. Let's get this done. Let me get this done.
Don't forget
who the outside man? Oh, Kyle Evans. My bad, Kyle. That's coach too. Shout out to Kyle Evans, track and field coach. Kids are aspiring to be from the hood and tough. SoundCloud rappers, content creators, etc. Lack inspiration, and this is in the suburbs. Wow. Now wait a minute. Now he said something now.
Yeah.
Wow. Kids that's what they want to be in the suburbs.
Yeah.
We always talk about the inner city and the projects and the hood. That's what people always want to assume. It's these areas I was talking about earlier where the kids have such a hard time because of the environment that they're in. But no. These suburb kids want to be these things. Now, nothing wrong with those things if you really pursuing and doing a good job to do what you want to do. I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with that. I want to rap too. I did rap for a long time.
Rap. You did.
I did rap for a long. I did.
You were successful.
Well, whatever. I ain't gonna go there. I don't like talking about it is what it is.
I'm putting that in the book too. Go ahead. Continue.
This guy, Adrian Evans. I bet you know that's a new age. That's a new age thing. I missed you on that one. I don't know what you was talking about, but all this stuff is new age things. When we talk about technology and what these kids are dealing with now, it's coming at them at a different level. Black folks saved Cadillac GMC in the Depression. Oh shit! I believe black folks have saved this entire country. All right, I said it.
Make third down more
This
manageable.
entire country has been built on this damn black man's back. That's the truth.
Dollar.
Against CeeDee
That's
Lamb.
the
This
truth.
time CeeDee Lamb.
I have no problem saying it. White people were doing worse than black folks after slavery. I believe that too. And look, and strung your ass up in a tree because of it. Go watch Rosewood. Anything to set them off. Stop using stuff we black folks invented. Oh shit, that's another one. Yep, and had the stuff in the stores to be gone. Had the stuff in the stores to be gone. It'll be gone. You can't do that. We wouldn't be able to make it. Shit, we already don't hardly make nothing in here anyway. Shit. Kyle Evans, our worst enemy right now is our own kind. Shit, boy. Man, what are you folks? See, everybody knows. Everybody knows. They know. Cedric Thompson, what you carry, nobody can take it. It's built in you. Yeah. Crockett, Texas. Cedric Thompson, represent, baby. That's CKT people. That's good people. Man, look at man. We have some good things going, man. Hey, Crockett. That little town, man, don't even get me started on my little town, man. It's amazing the good people that come. He's another one. Good. Said that boy was you talk about a person. The band, drill team, at church. Oh man, say it could go, man. That these are people. And if I ain't mistaken, it said, correct me if I'm wrong. Said is an alpha too. So I mean, he took that on to school and joined a fraternity, and I'm sure he at one point he was probably one of the best steppers they had, because that boy been drill teaming and banding since I known him. So and played football. So shout out to Sid. Glad you came on today, brother. Glad you came on. Is that all of them we got?
That's it. That's
Okay.
the last one.
All right, man. Hey, we appreciate the comments, guys. Look, there is a lot. You can look up some of the concerns, guys. I looked them up and read on them. There's a ton of concerns. There's a ton of mental health concerns, social connection, or lack thereof concerns. There's just a lot of concerns that these kids are dealing with now. I think that the phones is another one. I had sent Do-Right a video this morning of a girl who was getting on a bus and going on to another bus. She has some special needs type problems, but she was a good kid, go to school every day, do what she was supposed to do. And this black man, I guess, had been watching her, and I think this was in Ohio, and ended up snatching the kid, raping the kid, molesting her, probably around 13, 14, I want to say. Raping the kid, molesting the kid, destroying her body, basically, in so many different ways. Mm-hmm. Killed a girl. He was a pedophile. He was a sex offender. And he was out, and he did this to this child. He will spend the rest of his life. Oh no, actually, he was sentenced to death. Mm-hmm. So the mom didn't even want that. She wanted him to spend the rest of his life alive, thinking about what she did to the kid. But I'm bringing that. I'm telling y'all about that story because it might have been good for that girl to have a cell phone, so that she could have attempted to call somebody. I don't know if she would have had time. I don't know if she would have had an opportunity. Maybe she could have dialed 911 and just let the phone go in her purse or something. I don't know, in a backpack, But I don't think that we should completely take phones away from the kids. I do understand that the schools have made a rule, or Governor Abbott has made a rule, whatever, and the kids got to abide by that. I've heard that you can either get the phones taken or even get kicked out of school if you don't abide by these rules. So I'm not telling you not to abide by them. It's going to take, as you said earlier, Do-Right, some discipline on behalf of these kids that probably, honestly, guys, they haven't shown in a long time to abide by this rule if they still have the phone with them, and to not bring it out during classes or while they're at school and all that kind of stuff. So I don't know the full rule of it. I don't know if they can't have a phone at all. And I'll be honest with you, I hadn't looked all the way into that. And I apologize.
Does that mean there's not going to be a phone in the school at all? Like teachers and administration not going to be able to carry a phone in the school either?
I have no idea. I mean, if that's the case, it's kind of like, at this point now, you're making it like the prison.
Yeah.
You are making it like the prison because that's what it was at the prison. You can't have no phones. Like my phone when I worked at the prison in college, my phone stayed out in the car. So y'all said that earlier. You and my uncle Kenneth Pace. Y'all said he was at the prison too with me. Shout out to Kenneth. Shout out to the shit. He looked out for me, saved me a lot, taught me a lot there. But yeah, at that point, it sure is like show enough like it's like a prison. You're bringing this kid in, and you basically said, I don't want you conversing with the outside world at all while you here in this place.
Institutionalizing them from the beginning. But that's where school is. It's indoctrination to society. And once you graduate, you're ready for the working world.
You heard do right. You heard do right. And there's a lot of people that feel that way. Guys, get ready. Get ready. School is here. For y'all parents out here, I wish y'all all the luck and attempting to direct your kids and get them through another year of school. Education is important, guys. I'm not saying that education should not matter, but as Do Right said earlier, guys, when we were growing up, I don't remember all the shootings. I don't remember that being as much of a concern. I don't remember. Kid just died the other year right here in Manor.
Oh, the stabbing?
From a stabbing.
Yeah.
I don't remember as much of that back then. You know, people still use their hands back then. Win or lose, they still use their hands. These kids are dealing with a lot. And I mean, they talking about taking the cell phones away. Well, I mean, ain't talking about it. They did it. So now you gotta. I don't know if having that phone was gonna matter in a lot of these scenarios, but that would probably take place. But it probably would have made you feel a little bit better to know that you could contact your kid at some point if something was going down, and maybe, you know, hopefully direct them through whatever the situation was. But we're gonna have to be more responsible. We're gonna have to be smarter. You're gonna have to be more prepared. Help your kids, guys, be more prepared when it comes to their studies. Help them be more prepared when it comes to dealing with bullies. Help them be more prepared when it comes to mental health. Get them active, guys. Do not sit these kids in the house in front of a computer all the time, and let a computer babysit them. Get them active. Get them happy. There's a lot of other issues. I think Adrian Evans brought up dieting and how different foods help cause some of these problems as well. These foods also cause diabetes, obesity, and they create more concern, more problems when it comes to your kid fitting in because they are picked on because of their bodies. So there was a lot of those in there. This is a subject, guys, that has a ton of concern. So please look this stuff up, guys, and understand that, you know, you the things you went through are not only things that your kids are going through, but your kids are going through it in a generation of highly used technology. I'm sure there's a better way I could have said that, but technology is used at a high rate, and it's being used for some positive things, but a lot of negative things. So my only thing would be, you know, guys, get involved, take care of your kids, look out for them, do what you can to make sure that they have the opportunities that you would like for them to have. Do right.
And that's a lot. That's a lot to unpack. I'm gonna say, if you got a kid, they're going to school, get to know your kid so you can get that kid the right education. And educate yourself in order for your kid to get educated. Example, you talked about that video of the little girl that got kidnapped and murdered and everything, and it was a tragedy. But I'm gonna ask you a question. Did you know that whole video was AI generated? From the visuals to the voice to the script, all of it was AI. That shit got 14,000 views. And most of the people that watched that probably didn't even know that was AI generated. Here's the problem. If it's AI generated, how accurate is a lot of that information?
Yeah.
Where is that information coming from? It showed no sources. When I saw that video,
Just a content provider.
I'm watching it and I'm hearing what it's saying, but I'm also hearing what it's saying, and I'm like, well, wait a minute. How can we take this information? You know, I hate he coined the phrase fake news, but yeah.
Trump.
Unfortunately, we now live in the era of fake news to where we can't even get on the kids about not being educated because now we not educated.
Yeah.
And we can't blame the kids if we sitting up here leading the way. So, man, be diligent. That's all you can do. Be diligent. Pay attention. You can't trust what you hear, see, read, or anything else. And if we take that information in and take that as gospel, then we are learning nothing. And we passing that down to our kids. You know your kid, know what it is that you taking in so they can get the right information too. That's the only thing you need to look out for. Yeah. And the last thing, if your kid ain't coming home saying they being bullied, it's probably because they the goddamn bully. We always sitting up here telling kids, oh, well, you shouldn't dress like that so you don't get bullied. You shouldn't look like that so you wouldn't get bullied. Instead of getting on the damn kids and the parents of these damn bullies. Let's stop it at the source, because to me that makes no sense. Because what happens is you got these bullies that get unchecked, and then they create these kids that want to go shoot up the damn school. I'm just saying. It upsets me that we always try to put the cart in front of the horse. Yeah, I got to stop before I even say something more.
Yeah, no. Hey guys, it's a big deal. It's a major conversation.
Cell phones instead of stopping kids from bullying.
Yeah. No, it's a major conversation, and it's a big deal. The way we going about things, I mean, it makes you question everything. But we're such a reactive people that a lot of times, a lot of the things that Do Right was just talking about, we don't decide to work on those things until somebody has been taken from us.
Right. Everything got to be written in blood.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, man, we're gonna get out of here. We went a little long with this one, but again, this is a major topic, and it's a major concern for us when it comes to youth. We wish you all the best, guys, in this new school year, 2025 to 2026, guys. We appreciate y'all coming in. Please, like I said, like and subscribe, share if you feel like we're offering a good product here, guys. All right, we'll come back and we'll try to do it better next week. Till then,
hold on and tell us if we doing have a good product. Yeah. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Comment. Just let us know.
Yeah. Salute the real.